Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 66 plus 1. This is easy and it has at least two different solutions, so next I will show you both. We are given an integer in the form of a list, so for example this represents the number 123 and our job is to add 1 to this number and return the result 124 in the form of an array. So for this example, the result is an array with 1, 2, and 4. So we return this. Possible digits are numbers from 0 to 9, so we could get something like this. If we add 1 to 9, the result is 10, so for this input we return this array. Now one possible solution here, and the most straightforward, is to first transform every digit here into a string, because these are integers initially. After doing this, we can join the array and now we have a string. So after doing this, we can transform the string into an integer and add 1. That's how we get the new number. And now we can transform this into a string again. Then we can transform this string into a new list, and after doing this we can transform every string in this list into an integer. So finally we return this. Now let's see how to code this. First we are transforming the array of integers into an array of strings. So we are calling this as array, and here we can use the map function in Python. The first element is the function that we are using. Here we just put str, and the second argument is the array that we are working with. This is digits. Then we can say n is equal to join as array, and this is a string, so we transform this into an integer and we add 1. So now here we have the new number. Now the new array is a list from n, but this is an integer, so we need to transform this into a string to be able to split every character and create a list. And finally we can return a list from map. Remember that every character in this new array is a string now, but we need to return them in the form of integer, so here we use int and new array. So let's submit this first solution. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. Here overall time and space complexity is big O of n. So now let's go with the second solution. I guess that this is the most interview-friendly solution. We can iterate every element from right to left. So first the I pointer is here. And we only need to add 1 to this number. So we add 1 to 3 and the new number is 4. And given that 4 is smaller than 10, we don't have to carry anything to the next digit. So at this point, we can just return an array with 1, 2, 4. Now let's say that here we have a 9. If we do 9 plus 1, this is 10, and now this is equal to 10. So we need to keep 0 here and carry 1 for the next digit. So now the I pointer is here. At this point we are carrying 1 from the previous digit, so we need to add 1. This is now 3. And given that 3 is smaller than 10, now we can return an array with 1, 3, 0. So in case you didn't notice, whenever we find that the current new digit is smaller than 10, we return the array right away. Now let's say that we have this. If we add 1 to 9, the result is 10, so we should carry 1 to the next digit, and this is now 0. And we should return an array with 1, 0. So if we reach the end of the loop and we don't return anything, we add 1 as the first element in the array and then we add whatever we have in the array. So for this example, we return this. So now let's code this up. First, n is the length of digits, and we are iterating every index in range from the last index to -1 in steps of -1. Every time we add 1 to digits at the current index, and maybe you are wondering why. Well, if we are standing at the last index, we obviously need to add 1. And if we are standing at some other index, that means that we are carrying 1 from a previous digit, so we also need to add 1. In every index, we add 1. And every time we are checking if digits I is smaller than 10, we can return digits right away. Now, if we are here, this means that we need to carry 1 for the next digit. So now digits I is this modulo 10. We are leaving only the last digit in the current position, and we are carrying 1 for the next index. So next we are adding 1 to the next digit and so on. Now if we reach the end of this loop and we never return digits, we need to return an array with 1 because of the last carry plus digits. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this also works and it's very efficient. Here time and space complexity is big O of n also. So this is it for this problem. If you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.